It's in the game. All right, coming up next, the wait is over. We get to this matchup for the UFC welterweight division title. Well, a long winning streak may guarantee you a title fight in other divisions, certainly doesn't at 170 pounds. But now, with all the contenders behind him, there is one man left standing. It is this man, the #1 welterweight contender, now getting his shot at the dominant champion. And he believes without a shadow of a doubt that he is the best 170 in the world, and he is out to prove it right here, right now. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, and in a division that has so much depth in that top 15, it's even more remarkable that this man has remained the hunted. The question tonight, with a powerful challenger out of that blue corner, can he walk away and still? Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Both fighters are 18 years of age, and they have the same height and reach. And with the official introductions, here is the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Miragliotta. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 165 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, presenting the challenger, Reed. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 165 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Reed.
All right, this is for the UFC Championship. I want you to build up your hands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
Ready. All right, so here we go with round one. Classic matchup at striker versus striker. These guys have both faced a lot of grapplers in the past. They like to draw time. Oh! Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold. And it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him.
Know when to throw him. Yep, absolutely.
Pretty good series of knees by him there, DC. He told us on. Oh! Oh! Huge right hand!
Now look at him jumping in to try to get the finish. Now when he's starting to end the fight.
Gets up again here, but hurting. And a knee. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Oh! Massive kick to the body. All right, stacking them up here, keeping the pressure on. I know you guys do a lot of this training with your jiu-jitsu coach there in San Jose.
Oh, absolutely, but it's a difference. If your feet are on our hips, it's a problem. So we shove them through the middle. We shove them through the middle so that our legs can be... Now he has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look from the transition to an arm release to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch this.
And this might just be a matter of time. Chokes him to sleep with the arm triangle. Again, pick your poison on the ground with this guy.
All that pressure on the side of your neck. I don't know the artery, John. I'm pretty sure you might. You get all that pressure on that artery, and it pushes you to sleep. What is it?
I think it's the carotid artery, and a lot of fighters say they've got a pretty good feel for it. He certainly did there.
That's why you got to have friends that are like encyclopedias. John Ennis, my encyclopedia.
My God. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
And ladies and gentlemen, there he is, a man that needs no introduction, the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, and your winner tonight by way of spectacular submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliana has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 40 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to an arm triangle choke, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world,
All right, so his welterweight greatness continues tonight, and still UFC champion. I think on nights like tonight, you're glad you don't fight at 170 pounds. This dude's a problem.
I mean, he is a problem for anybody within the weight area. If he decides to go up, he's a problem at 185. If he decides to go down, he's a problem at 155. He is just that good a fighter. Congratulations to the champ on retaining his title.
All right, coming up next, a matchup to determine the baddest man on the planet. The UFC heavyweight title is on the line. Well, for a long time, he's been mentioned with the baddest men on the planet. For a long time, though, the title fight eluded him. Not anymore. Here he is, the #1 heavyweight contender, finally making this walk and cracking a smile. He's waited a long time for this. He's not expecting a 25-minute war. He believes he has the power and the skills to get this thing done quickly. I guess we'll find out. All right, so here he is making his way to the octagon for another heavyweight title defense. This has been the baddest man on the planet now for several years, and he has taken on all comers more often than not, leaving them twitching on the canvas. Knockout power for days. The question is tonight, with a challenge like this, can he walk out the way he came in as the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world? Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. More than 5 years apart. Some differences in height and reach as well. Now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Yves Lavigne. And now, is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Presenting the challenger, the Chosen One. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 243 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Heavyweight Champion of the World, Reed.
UFC belt on the line. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to your corner.
All right, so here we are, Scotiabank Arena, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The TO, baby. Nothing quite like calling fights in front of these like. Oh! Oh!
You cannot take too many of those.
Wow! Oh, he dove with the punch and it lands.
Now he's on top of him with the first hit.
He's out!
He's done.
Yeah, we're just getting going, and now the fight's over, but excellent striking technique to land that shot and ultimately finish the fight here in the first. You've heard us say it before, but sometimes when you catch a guy cold before he's had a chance to get going in the fight, it can have a bigger effect. It certainly did here tonight. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
Now we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 37 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Reed.
All right, so we hear and still tonight, our UFC Heavyweight Champion came in with a lot of pressure, a lot of hype, and he successfully defends the title here tonight.
With all that pressure, he never changes his approach. He always does exactly what he says he's going to do, and he remains the champion in the UFC's biggest and most dangerous division.
All right, coming up next, a matchup to determine the baddest man on the planet. The UFC heavyweight title is on the line. All right, here we go. Up for grabs tonight, the title of baddest man on the planet as we... He's hurt. Oh, he might be in trouble here after that big diving punch. Do you believe it?
Oh, my goodness, what a fight.
Again, the winner here was so aggressive with his onslaught that ultimately appeared as though the outcome was an eventuality. So if you're the referee, you got to protect the fighter, and I thought he did a good job of doing just that. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
We now go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Levine is going to stop to this contest at 16 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, the chosen one.
All right, so we got a new UFC heavyweight champion, and potentially a star is born tonight, DC.
He is the type of guy that makes people want to tune in. He is the type of guy that you know excitement will happen when you watch him. And tonight he becomes a star and a massive draw for the UFC.